Captain GameStar, GameStar, the GameStar. It's Captain GameStar. That's me. Oh yeah, there you go. That kind of fits still, kind of camouflage and stuff. Anyways, guys, I just want to quickly talk about the Nintendo Switch in 2021 and beyond and get some of your opinions. I'm curious. There's a lot of talk about the Nintendo Switch Pro, and it has me wondering though, how necessary is a Nintendo Switch Pro if all it's going to give us is 4K? See, for me, I'm curious about what we'll get as far as power and performance so we can handle things like, let's say, Fortnite at 60 frames, for example, or just give us bigger and better games like Metroid Prime 4, which is scheduled to be huge. And that game is ambitious, and I'm sure it's going to require plenty of graphics and processing power, So that is something I really want to see. Also, the other thing I'm curious about, let me guys get over here really quick. Ooh, maybe I should check out my shop. Do you guys think that Nintendo Switch is going to keep this platform moving forward? In other words, how much more do they have to innovate? Because if you take a look at the other consoles that are surviving right now and doing great, which is, PlayStation, arguably PlayStation and Xbox, all they do is PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Xbox, technically the same thing, Series X, whatever, 360, Xbox 3, but it's the same thing, right? It just is the same exact box, but it just has upgraded, processing power, graphics card, RAM, hard drive, all of that. So is this all Nintendo needs to move forward in the foreseeable future? Instead of Switch Pro, do they just need to do Switch 2, Switch 3, Switch 4, Switch 5, and so forth by just upgrading the power and making it close, hopefully, or maybe even better, than the current, benchmark of console power? In other words, what if we go back to the days where Nintendo could actually be, providing a console that's just as powerful, if not even more than, like a PlayStation or an Xbox. Now, the problem with that, as we all know, is that it's right now in a Switch or mobile form factor, right? So they use a Tegra chips, which are quite different than the full-powered and full-sized GPUs you get out of a Sony PlayStation or an Xbox, and a PC. So that's going to be interesting to be seen. In other words, would they ever add some kind of, external attachment? Would the Switch be something that would start out as a home console, but maybe give some kind of, portable play that the Wii U was trying to do, or even with the Sony PlayStation, the PSP, right? So that to me is the real big question about what's going to have Nintendo really revolutionize their system moving forward. Otherwise, I think they can just keep doing like a Switch 2, a Switch 3, Switch 4, and then basically the one thing they have to do though in this territory, this is my big prediction, is they have to be able to compete with the most powerful smartphones on the market. In other words, they need to be as powerful or more powerful than whatever, Samsung or Apple phone is on the market, because if they start falling behind even in graphical power when compared to, a smartphone, then what happens is they're going to have trouble competing, because those platforms can run games like Fortnite at like whatever 30 to 60 frames per second, and they're going to be able to even push the envelope with graphically powerful and superior games when they start using, adaptable Bluetooth, quote unquote Joy-Cons or controllers or third-party controllers. So that's my hope, because again, I really want to see Nintendo Switch continue to thrive, which they're doing great, by the way. Currently at this point in time, beginning of 2021, they're just smashing sales in Japan and just all across the world, really. So we're going to see what's going to happen right now, because currently, I'm not going to get into too much news and reportage on like Sony and PlayStation, but right now, Sony's in a heap of trouble in Japan. There's a lot of bad feelings about the Sony PlayStation 5 and what's going on with Sony in general. So it's doing, I guess, great in the United States and Europe, being sold out and everything. But in Japan right now, the brand and the system are in trouble, and Switch is just dominating still. Nintendo is like the number one, video game console system and brand in Japan. Well, anyways, guys, I'm cool with either or. I still am a Sony PlayStation fan. I just hope they, do more cool and fun exclusives, and they can definitely exist in the same space. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Give me a like and let me know if you think that Nintendo Switch should still just keep going with the Switch 2, 3, 4, 5, or if they need to make something that can compete more with like Sony and Microsoft. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Captain GameStar signing out. Alright guys, thanks for joining me, Captain GameStar. Please leave me any comments, give me some advice, share your mind, let's have some fun conversations, and don't forget, hit that like button and subscribe.